Alright, this is my greenhouse. It's got room for improvement, but it's warm in there for the most part. Oh, Tails, you scared me. Kitty, kitty, it's okay. I gotta come in here and clean all this up from last year. I haven't had time. Chickweed's starting to grow. Onions are doing good. Tails, kitty, kitty. Unfortunately, some Johnson grass grew up in here and has gone to seed. I'm gonna have to prevent that from coming back. I have this in here to spread diatomaceous earth and some other herbs, but it's too thick, and so it doesn't funnel down properly, so it doesn't spread properly. I tried to grow tomatoes in here, but nothing took. The only thing that really took was the pumpkins and tails. But yeah, the pumpkin, the onions. It's pretty warm in here already. So yeah, last year we did onions in these lick tubs, and we still got some that are surviving, sorta, looks like. So who knows, we might get some more onions this year out of last year's batch. We harvested the best ones, but yeah, it looks like we got some seed onions here that I could transplant. Basically what I did was I got a 25-pound box of garlic, and I've barely put a dent in it, but I'm basically planting these this year in here. And then I got some more Brad Atomic tomatoes seeds I'm gonna plant in here, in this corner and that corner, and hopefully get some more Brads this year. But here's an onion. There's a couple onions over there. I need to make some more lick tubs. That's what all these bottles are for. So what I do is I cut the tops off these bottles and I put them in the bottom of these lick tubs. The lick tubs have crack, the ones that have cracks in the bottoms, like this one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And then I'll basically fill them up with dirt and then plant stuff in them. And so it kind of acts as drought resistant farming. So whatever water gets trapped in the bottom, the roots can grow down and get nutrients during the dry season. And then when it does rain, whatever overflows out of, it rains in here, these will catch a certain amount of water, and then once they're full, it'll overflow and then go down and go out the cracks down below. So, yeah. So that's my drought resistant farming. And then I have these lick tubs that do hold water that I use for rainwater collection. So when I am home, I can come over here and I can water them when or if I have time. So, yeah, along with in here. Now in here, I'm doing something a little bit different. I've got these here 55-gallon barrels buried in the dirt. What I like to do is dig them a little bit deeper and dig another one over here underneath the table. have the other one underneath the table have holes in it, and then have a drain going from that one into this one, so that when it rains, that one will fill up with water and automatically fill this to a certain level, and I don't have to worry about filling it anymore. But then if it drops below that level, then I can fill it. Here's an onion from last year. Looks like it might still grow. The asparagus isn't coming up yet, but it should come up like gangbusters this year. I still got a bunch of rabbit poop and whatnot for fertilizer. So, and I got to get back in here and work on that too. So, but I got a lot more dirt to bring in here. I want to bring it up to this here 2x6, 2x8. Bring it up to level with the 2x8. And then potentially in here I'll have eventually maybe a pellet stove or something. And then the thermostat. And the thermostat will run off the solar panels. And then in the winter, I can just let the pellet stove or even a propane stove or both get a propane tank out here and set up a propane heater. Once I get this done, I got to put another second layer on this thing. But once I get this done, here's the brads. Then in the winter, I can heat it with wood pellets and maybe even solar, because I want to add on to this greenhouse. I want to add another hoop house onto the back and have some solar panels and some batteries in there. So, and then maybe a windmill. And then so use the windmill, the solar for the primary heat. And then when that temperature drops to a certain degree and the batteries aren't, and the windmill's not maintaining the heat, then the propane and the wood pellet stove will kick in and heat, help heat the greenhouse, help offset what the solar and wind's not doing. So that's the plan in the future. That being said, we just got another 30 acres. So I may not be doing as much over here in the future. This is just pretty much my low maintenance place where I can come over and grow low maintenance food that we don't need to babysit. Maybe just come over and weed, and that's it. And I'll have the goats and possibly sheep here, and maybe a couple pigs. And basically they'll keep all of the stuff eaten down on the land that I want them to eat down, and then I'll protect everything else that I don't want them to eat. And like I said, I have my low maintenance garden here, and then my brother can come over and use it because he actually now lives closer to it than I do. And then we'll also set up something over in Collins where we're at now. But I'm not giving this place up. I'm still going to run animals over here, and I'm still going to grow my low maintenance food over here. Basically, goats are low maintenance. They like to get into trouble, but other than that, they're easy. So all my low maintenance stuff is going to be over here. And then over there, I'll do more higher maintenance stuff, the things that we got to babysit more, things we got to keep an eye on more. And that being said, there's the other property has different soil than this property does. So there's things that we may not be able to grow over there that we might want to grow over here, and vice versa, because that soil is more sandy and this one's more better cropland. So if I didn't have all these trees growing up in the field, it would be more better cropland. But that can be fixed. I'm just growing the trees up for shade for the animals and whatnot. But I was gonna have like a sustainable community here at one time. But that was a bust. Bunch of worthless eaters. That's all I attracted. So don't, if you're thinking about doing a sustainable community, don't do it. 90% of them fail, and now I understand why. Worthless eaters. Nobody wants to work. So, anyways, this was my blackberry patch, but I think it's a failure as well. I don't know. I haven't had time to mess with it. I've been working on other projects. So, I got a rose bush growing up in here. But this is supposed to have been a thornless blackberry patch. But, yeah. Where all those flags are is where there's supposed to be blackberries, but it doesn't look like anything is growing. And out here too. But I don't know. We'll see next month what we have sprouting and growing. Well, here's something right here. It's a thornless blackberry. So it's possible. Oh, there's one. No. Yeah, there's one right there. So far, we still got one. But yeah, I just haven't had time to mess with it. A bunch of rabbit poop. And yeah, here's a thornless blackberry. There's a thornless blackberry. Anywhere there's a flag, there should be a thornless blackberry. There's one in this corner too. There was supposed to be one right there, but I don't think it took. Oh, there's one right there. So there's still potential. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, I know which blackberries to get now, so I might just start a new blackberry patch over in Collins. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to put goat fencing around the greenhouse, about 4 foot out, however many feet this is from here to there. And then put down some tarp or something to keep the grass from growing, the weeds from growing in here between here and the greenhouse. And then I can plant stuff in lick tubs all the way around the greenhouse. And then whatever grows outside of the cattle panels, the sheep and goats can eat. Cattle panels, goat panels. The sheep and goat can eat. And then everything inside will be mine. So yeah, I want to extend it out here. And if and when I got the money to drill for water, right back here is the perfect spot to drill for water. I had an associate come out and help me dowels. And basically between here and there is basically the best place to drill, like right around in here. I'll dowels again just to be safe, but this right here seems like the best spot to drill for water. And I wanted it to be up here by the greenhouse, and I wanted to be uphill so that I can gravity feed the water to the animal yards, except for over here and over there. But everywhere else will be pretty much gravity feed water to the animals. So, yeah, and the ponds for that matter. So whatever, you know, splashes out or whatever will go to the earth, and you know, etc., etc. So Laura's calling me, so I need to get back to work. She's probably scared because the neighbors are shooting guns. And one time I was here, bullets were flying by my head on my own property, so I had to call the cops. Hopefully, they're not shooting in this direction anymore, but other neighbors have complained about them shooting their guns and their bullets flying onto their properties. So, you gotta be careful out here. Anyways, she just got forwarded to my other phone, but she'll be forwarding back here any minute now. Alright, party on. There she is. Okay, bye. Laura just called and she brought up something that I kind of actually thought about myself today. You know, the neighbors shooting out their guns, and the sheep like to hang out in the area that I was when I almost got shot from the neighbors shooting out their guns. And it's very well possible that they shot my ram. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I didn't even think about that until today. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. I was gonna cremate him, but now I think I'm gonna put him in something. Just go ahead and let him rot and decay. Let the cats eat him, whatever the case may be, bugs, whatever. And then inspect him later for bullets. See if there's a bullet in him. I mean, if it went clean through him, which it's possible that could have happened, then I'll never know. But if he's got a bullet in him, then I know how he died. But that's another reason why I'm growing trees up on this property. That wasn't the reason originally, but the more trees I have, the more barriers I have from gunshots from stupid neighbors. But yeah, like I said in the last video, a lot of people in the area, not a lot, handful of people in the area have complained about them shooting their guns and their bullets flying onto other people's properties. And that's a problem. Like I said, I almost got hit. Two actually. Two bullets went buzzing by me. One went real close to me, and the other one was not that close to me. Maybe from here to those pallets over there, where those evergreens are. Not quite those pallets, but those ones way over there. Maybe somewhere between here and there. But anyways, that's where the second one went. But the first one went a lot closer. It was close. Maybe between here and these pallets. And it kind of scared the shit out of me. So, if I almost got hit, there's a good chance that one of my animals got hit. So, I don't know what direction they're pointing their guns. It's not illegal to shoot guns out here, but it is illegal to shoot guns onto other people's properties. So, especially if you're gonna, somebody dies or something dies. So, Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look into that. I was working on the garden first, then I was gonna go down and take care of him. Because I got this 25-pound box of garlic that I don't have enough lick tubs to plant them in. But I'm gonna have to make some more. I got some more in the greenhouse. I'm gonna pull them out, and then I'm gonna probably make some more, and then we'll probably grow some over at Collins as well. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. You know, if you're out in the country and you're shooting your guns, make sure your bullets don't fly onto other people's properties. So, and yeah, that's probably how I lost my ram. I don't know. I'm still clueless, but I don't know if anybody was shooting their guns on Valentine's Day, but that was the day he turned up missing. Here's the pallets I was talking about over here, these pallet boxes. I put these pallet boxes around what I thought was lemon cucumber growing in the wild, but I don't know. But I got lemon cucumber seeds, so I'm gonna plant them in here. And then over here, in these pallet boxes, I have evergreens, pine trees that the goats tried to eat. They ate some of them. The Nigerians ate some of them down too, I'm sure, and then the Nubians tried eating some down, so I started putting boxes around them. I told David Ray, the guy that was here before with me, that he needed to do that, but he didn't listen. So, like I said, the Nigerians probably ate some of them, but they didn't eat them all. And then I got these Nubians, and they were trying to eat them. And so I was like, well, I better put boxes around them, and I did. So this one, this one should have passion fruit growing up it. So I won't put the lemon cucumber seeds in that one. I'll put them on these four over here because this is where the lemon cucumbers, or I think the lemon cucumbers were growing before. So I'll probably just use one box for lemon cucumbers and use another box for something else. So anyways, yeah. All right, bye. All right, so here's basically what I do. I'll cut the tops off of these juice bottles, and then I'll line them in the bottoms of the lick tubs, like so. Another thing I use these lick tubs for, the ones that don't hold water. When I weed the garden, I'll basically just throw the weeds in these lick tubs. So they will die, and then they won't reseed or reroot. They'll just die in here, and then I'll basically treat them like compost later. So I'll put these in here. They're all different sizes, but that's okay. Most of them are about the same size. This one and this one's a little taller. Then I just cover them up with dirt. I try to put like the mulchy stuff in the bottom, and then that way it acts kind of like a hugelkultur. But what I'll do is I'll put the dirt on the bottom, and then I'll put like the mulchy twigs and stuff on top, like the second layer. And then I'll put poop in there, goat poop, sheep poop, chicken poop, rabbit poop, kind of like a blend of everything, whatever I got my hands on. I'll put a layer of that in there, and then I'll put a layer of topsoil on top, and then I'll plant. And like I said, when it rains or when I water them, the water will catch in these here, and then once they overfill, the water will drain out the bottom through the crack in the lip tub, and then that way it'll retain some water but not too much water, and then the plants will have plenty of water when they need it. These ones I'll probably take to Collins because I'm going to need them over there to grow stuff over there. I got some already made over here in the greenhouse. I'm going to pull them out and start planting in them. And then maybe tomorrow take the other ones over to Collins and start getting them ready. For Laura to plant in. But yeah, I'll probably just make, I still got to finish digging this out because there's a lot of mulchy dirt in here that was supposed to be put in there, but David Ray Judas never did like I asked him to. So I got to do it. And then I got to pull up all these 2x6s because he was supposed to put 2x8s in there, not 2x6s in there. The 2x6s were supposed to be for the side of the greenhouse, not the bottom of the greenhouse. 2x8s are supposed to be down here. So, yeah. Anyways. But he half-assed did everything, just like our friend John half-assed does everything. So, well, he's not really our friend anymore. He's kind of been stabbing us in the back lately and mooching off of us and then complaining that we're not letting him mooch off of us more than he already is. So we're pretty much getting rid of him. But anyways, like I should have did David Ray a long time ago. I mean, I did get rid of him 2 years ago, but I should have got rid of him long before that. Because he was basically just a worthless eater. But anyways, yeah, it bothers me when people do a half-assed job and then they expect you to treat them as if they did a wonderful job when they didn't. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so this is the greenhouse. This is what I'm doing for my drought-resistant farming. And the funny part is, I'm more productive than they are. And I work 70 hours a week. And then I come home and I only have 2 days a week to do things here on the land with the animals that I have here. And I'm more successful and more productive than they are. And they supposedly do this full time. That doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know. But that's what I do for my drought-resistant lick tubs. This way, they get watered even when I'm gone on the road. And then if it doesn't rain when I'm home on the weekends, then I got these rainwater collection barrels and tubs to collect water for me so I can water them when I get home. And then this kind of helps water them when I'm not home if it don't rain. So there you go. All right, party on. Okay, I'm about done here. I got most of the box. I got half the box probably planted. I got a bunch in here and a bunch in here. I just basically just put the whole cloves in here. Just put some rabbit poop on them to kind of keep them alive and fertilized. When it rains, it'll give them sustenance and whatnot. And that'll buy me some time till I get home next time. And then I got one think this one holds water. Yeah, so this will be poopy water. But anyways, this one's got holes in it, so I'll make that into, yeah. Make that into one, make that into one. I think this has holes in it, so I'm gonna use that. And then this has a crack in it, and that's got a crack in it, and that's got a hole in it. So I'm gonna start here and plant it. Each lick tub takes about 2 cloves. So I have probably too many cloves still, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, maybe 21. So I can basically do, and I got some more stuff. I got more lick tubs in the back. So I could probably do 2 dozen more cloves in here. And I probably have about a dozen in there and about a dozen in there, maybe a little more. Actually, probably about 2 dozen in there and about 2 dozen in there. So I can still plant a lot of garlic. And I'm going to give the rest of these to either my brother or Cindy tonight. They're coming over for chicken and dumpling. We were going to have rooster and dumpling, but John did a half-assed job on skinning and cleaning the rooster. So we decided to feed it to the animals because it had fecal matter and other garbage on it. It just looked gross and inedible. So we decided to just get the chicken out of the freezer and use it instead, because we don't want to get sick, and we don't want to get our friends sick. So anyways, so next weekend I'll get these other lick tubs ready and plant some more garlic. So we'll be having a butt ton of garlic this year. And not everything will grow. So whatever doesn't grow, then we'll go buy some onions and plant some onions again this year too, because we did really good last year with onions. So, and this, I got to dump this out because it's all rocky stuff. I had a tree in there originally that I was trying to save, and it ended up dying. So I'm going to dump that out, and I can use that lick tub as well. So yeah, we're good in the neighborhood. And then in here we'll have mostly asparagus and some other wild stuff growing, garlic and onions. I'm going to try to get my tomatoes to grow again in here, but it might just be too hot in here for them. I don't know. Or I may not be watering them enough, or may not be able to water them enough. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, bye.